Hello and welcome to the Automated Money Machine Secret Formula webinar. My name is Rob. I'd like to welcome you to our webinar. We've got just an enormous amount of folks on the actual line and webinar this evening. We were just a few seconds getting started here late. We weren't quite expecting the mass amounts of people that are on the webinar today. So just bear with us for a second or two, and we're getting started in just a second. It looks like, okay, we're ready. Welcome. We're going to go over an enormous amount of information tonight for you very, very quickly. So sit tight. We also have a few last-minute bonuses. I just was given permission to actually announce and give you this evening, if you are ready to get started, that I'm going to share with you just a little bit later on in the actual webinar. And the bottom line is we're going to show you a very, very simple and fully automated system that has complete strangers sending myself as well as a lot of other people in our organization worldwide $3,500 and $6,500 cashier's checks daily. This is actually a picture of me in a $17,500 day on my way out to dinner one night with my FedExes and Express Mails from utilizing this simple secret formula that I'm going to share with you over the next few minutes. So sit tight. What we're going to be covering is real quickly my story and how I came up with this Money Machine secret formula and the exact steps that are in it and why it works 100% of the time, regardless, even if you're brand new to a computer, brand new to your own home-based business, 100% of the time for anyone who utilizes it properly. And I'm going to show you a lot of proof and documentation from myself and a lot of average folks that are working with us in the organization worldwide for you, and how you can get started this week immediately making money. Now, first of all, this is not MLM, gifting, or one of those pyramid network marketing companies. And there's zero need to market to friends or family or anything like that. It's not that complicated internet marketing stuff, and there's zero selling, pitching, explaining, or closing skills that are needed. And this is definitely not lotions or weight loss juices or vitamins or anything like what you've seen in the past, and there is zero list needed, meaning you don't have to have some big Rolodex or group of people to make immediate money this week with this opportunity. Tonight only, I'm going to share with you some amazing bonuses. Like I said, I just got permission to share with you. I'm going to share with you later on in the actual webinar in just a few minutes, but some of that is training with myself and a number of our other leaders personally, where we normally charge anywhere between $1,500 an hour to $3,500 an hour when we do consulting for individuals and corporations that we're going to give to you for free, as well as $1,485 in business building software and a $6,500 positioning bonus to help you maximize your profits this week, and a couple of other things that we just added that I'll share with you in just a few minutes. Real quick, I want to give you background on my story just to kind of share with you where I'm coming from and why this system works so well for everybody, even with zero experience. Because I've been fortunate enough to generate over 6 figures per month consistently with my home-based business, utilizing this formula I'm going to teach you tonight for some very specific reasons. But I wasn't always making 6 figures a month, that's for sure. Because by the time I was 27 years old, I went bankrupt. I definitely crashed and burned. I was going through a very, very dark night of the soul, to say the least, after a failed MLM attempt. Really crashed and burned bad, as well as made a really bad investment, and literally was struggling 1 month to pay my rent in a small 2-bedroom apartment. And it just was obviously an extremely, extremely stressful time. And you know, what's amazing is my next business opportunity, thank God, I actually had to borrow the money from 9 different people to get started in my next home-based business. But thank God I did, because I quickly, and within 90 days, was back up to, and literally actually broke over $100,000 a month, and it's been record-breaking results ever since. Now, literally, at that point, When I was really down in the dumps, I really dug in and became a new student of direct response marketing, working with experts like Dan Kennedy and Jay Abraham, just some brilliant geniuses in the field of marketing and direct response marketing, and started implementing and formulating my own systems and putting together some of their concepts along with some new cutting-edge concepts I was thinking about implementing. And literally, because of this formula I'm going to share with you and this system, skyrocketed my results to over 6 figures per month within a matter of 90 days. Just absolutely phenomenal results because of studying some of these very specific strategies I'm going to share with you tonight. I also became a student, and I worked personally with, or I worked for them, sometimes teaching on stage with them, as well as working in their companies with just some incredible teachers of mine: Jim Rohn, Brian Tracy, Tony Robbins, and Zig Ziglar. Just some incredible men that really helped influence a lot of my personal philosophy and business philosophy to really mold and put together these systems and formulas that really is about adding value to people's lives, making a difference in other people's lives as we accumulate an enormous amount of personal wealth in doing so. Just some incredible teachers I've had that really I owe a lot to. I've also trained and spoken to tens of thousands of home-based business owners in over 22 different countries, a lot of that from the stage. And I've built successful marketing systems for products ranging from $47 all the way up to $155,000. And I don't say this to brag or be braggadocious or anything like that. I just share this with you because I've helped, as well as our leaders have helped, hundreds and literally thousands of families at this point become financially free utilizing this system. And a lot of them are now leaders in this industry because they're applying these formulas. And I felt very just blessed to have made a difference in their life at some way, at some point. And definitely not a one-hit wonder, because my systems, they replicate success in various price points, as I said, with various types of products. And my systems work for very specific reasons, with over 18.5 years of doing this with a very strong track record. And this is exactly what I use today to bring in $3,500 and $6,500 cashier's checks daily here to my house that I'm going to share with you over the next few minutes. After applying direct response marketing, I literally hit a home run, like I'd said to you, immediately up into 6-figure-a-month bracket. And I've made as much as $54,300 in a single week utilizing the formula I'm going to teach you tonight by building direct response filter systems where people and prospects beg to join me. They beg to join us. And I've been the #1 money earner in 7 different companies, and I've broken company sales record in 7 different organizations because of these formulas that I'm going to share with you. And I've built 6 direct response companies, and I've sold personally over $223 million in products, and I've owned or co-owned 4 of those companies. All right. Now, these are just some of the toys. I think a lot of times when we see there's so many get-rich-quick schemes and programs and things on the internet, a lot of people, talk, and I think talk is good, but sometimes I think people really need to show you their success to prove, hey, listen, this is, the results I've had. Success leaves clues, and as the old Bible saying goes, hey, you'll know them by their fruit. Or as I like to say, is you'll know them by the results. And so it's not to brag, but it's really kind of documenting a lot of the success that I had, as well as a lot of the members in our organization we're going to share with you tonight. But just kind of show you what my home business and what this opportunity has really helped me create with my home-based business. I mean, I have a 5,500 square foot gorgeous 8-bedroom estate in a private gated community here in Las Vegas. Gorgeous, lagoon, swimming pool with a waterfall, in-ground trampoline, basketball court for the kids, a Harley and a motorcycle collection. Here's me with my dad on my Harleys. Love to race motorcycles as well as for fun. Here's my car collection. I actually just purchased also a convertible Jaguar. Haven't had time to put that picture up here yet, as well as some fun water toys and my cigarette offshore race boat. It's a $150,000 race boat I actually had built custom, paid cash for. Because of my own home-based business. It was actually recently featured in Hot Boat magazine, and these are just some of the results that I've had. You're going to see a lot more with other team members to show you that we do know what we're sharing with you here, folks. So really crank up your attention because we're going to jump into it right now. This is an example of a typical week, $26,000 with $3,500 and $6,500 cashier's checks in there. There's also a $2,000 check. Some people actually send cash sometimes as well, quite a bit. This is another typical week, $22,000. Kind of show you some of the examples, as well as this one's a $30,500 week that I had not too long ago, just to kind of give an example. And not just myself, folks, I'm going to show you a lot of other folks that are doing very, very well and very similar results because of this formula. I actually took a 2-year vacation recently. I actually created quite a few companies while I was on vacation, but I think it's about having fun, enjoying our working opportunity. Our work from home opportunity should not make us a slave or a prisoner. I can't stand working behind a computer or a desk. I like being out playing, outdoors kind of a guy. This is a recent world trip I took with my girlfriend where I was actually here by Big Ben Clockett over in London, England, and we went over to Italy after that. Here's me on our gondola ride in Venice, Italy. In Rome, Italy, here over to the Vatican, some incredible palaces over in Rome, and actually then I went over down to France. Here's Paris, France, at the Palace of Versailles. Here we are in France. Then went over to Germany after that, then over down to South America, and here's us over in Rio de Janeiro over in Brazil. Just an absolute blast to be able to work wherever we want. We don't have to work from home. You could maybe take a motorhome trip or a trip around the world and work on a laptop computer a few hours a day if you wanted to, or have it passive, and literally making money while we're playing and vacationing is a rare privilege, and I'm going to show you how to do that as well tonight. All right, where this all began. People say, where the heck did these formulas and systems all begin? Well, I got to be honest with you. I get a lot of ideas while I'm dreaming, and I'm this little white albino kind of super glow-in-the-dark kind of white guy back there in serious need of a tan. You can't quite see it because I'm a little far back there. It's the only picture I have of me on the beach, thank God. But I actually was taking a nap. I had some ideas come to me during a dream. I had jotted down the initial ingredients and components of the formula, went into a restaurant, jotted them down on an actual napkin at the time, combined it with some of the strategies some of the other leaders in the industry were currently using that were very, very successful, put them all together, and have what has been creating these amazing results in our automated money machine formula that we're going to go over tonight. A few things I didn't want in the new system. Okay, I didn't want to work with uncommitted people. I didn't want to babysit and handhold people and have my income dependent on some other's long-term production someday, or I was going to get some huge residual checks someday. Or, like I said, sit behind a computer. I mean, I can't even type. I pick and peck. I got to tell you, if you're brand new to a computer and your computer's stupid like me, if I could make money doing this, you could make money doing this. And I didn't want to have to sell or convince or close people. I wanted people calling me ready to get started or not. Here's an example of my $54,000 week, because that week I had a chance to do an $8,000 donation, actually supporting a mission. Let's see, I can't see if you can quite read this. It's actually made out to Oasis Christian Center, where we were feeding, literally hundreds of starving and hungry children. And, I think it's amazing, obviously, to be able to make a difference in other people's lives. And it's really something that's my biggest passion in life, is to make a difference in other lives, whether it be in your family's life with her opportunity or other charities. I've worked with Habitat for Humanity for almost 20 years now, Children's International for over 12, almost actually 13 years now as well, and being able to feed hungry children and help our churches, or getting a chance to help organizations or our family members or friends and make a difference in their life is really what I've found real success is about. And that's what this business has been able to do for me and for my family and for a lot of other families, just to show you that it is about something just bigger than ourselves. There's a few people that are working on our team and our organization. Here's Ron, $14,500 in 1 week utilizing this formula. Here's Lisa Kay out of Northern California, $10,500 in 1 week recently. Just some incredible leaders and members that we have part of our organization, and literally bringing in $3,500 and $6,500 cashier's checks into their home daily using this system. Okay, a couple of details. The education that you're about to get is priceless, folks, and literally can catapult you to the top income earners and the top 1% of the money earners in the world today like myself and a lot of the actual people that are working within our organization, very, very quickly if you jump on this and apply them. And not only I'm going to show you the exact secret formula and the steps, but I'm going to build a case, so to speak. I'm going to show you the evidence of exactly why and how each of these components and ingredients work within the formula, and I'll show you the documentation to back it up, and I'll just prove it and prove it and prove it and prove it to you, and you'll really get it. And you're going to really have the complete understanding and confidence that this system will work for you. All right, let's go over real quickly. I want to share with you, first of all, that what went into the creation of this formula was something that you need to apply. You might want to jot these down and take some notes because you need to have these components in any business model that you're working within. Okay, and first of all, you have to have an expanding market to sell to, regardless of your product. You have to have a simple and effective marketing system that people without experience, maybe you and a lot of other organizations and people in the team, in the organization, can immediately apply if they're brand new. And the timing has to be right. And you need a unique product to maximize on your profits and have the proper leverage by implementing the efforts of other people properly. Very, very important 5 points you always want to keep in mind. All right, now let's talk about point number 1, the expanding market. Who is your biggest expanding market you could market any product or business opportunity? It's the baby boomers. Baby boomers, people born between 1946 and 1964. There are 74 million baby boomers in the United States alone and 1 billion worldwide, folks. They create the biggest trends, the biggest buying trends in history. Have made more millionaires than any other, and billionaires than any other market category or demographic in history. You might be and probably are in this demographic, I would have to guess. And the number one biggest need for these baby boomers, because if you look at the biggest trends, by the way, what about Gerber baby food when they were babies in the 40s and 50s? Record-breaking baby food sales, as an example, decade after decade. Hundreds of millions of dollars of baby food to hundreds of millions and billions of dollars in real estate sales in the beginning of the 80s, in the mid-80s, when the United States had its biggest real estate boom. It was because of these baby boomers buying homes for their families. But what's the biggest need they have right now? The biggest need baby boomers have right now is financial security for retirement, and this might be you. Bottom line, regardless, I don't care if you're 25 or if you're 65. Baby boomers need money right now for retirement. Social Security, Medicare, it's not covering it, and it's not working, obviously. It's not covering their bills. So you've got this huge demographic of over 74 million in the U.S., 1 billion worldwide, that need money right now and need a financial opportunity. They need a business opportunity, an opportunity where they can make money, especially going into the next 10 to 15 years. That's why the business opportunity market is skyrocketing right now. More popular than ever is because these baby boomers. Take a look at this. Look at this graph. Basically nothing from 2004 all the way up to 2009. It has taken off. Look at this. It is skyrocketing in 2009 and 2010 because these baby boomers, look at, we went onto Google, just type in making money-making opportunities. This is a graph that I just got here this week from Google. Look what's happened in just 2009, 2000. You've got to see what's going to happen in 2011 on. It is skyrocketing with these baby boomers and people looking to make money. All right, let's go to ingredient number 1 of the Automatic Money Machine secret formula. Marketing a big ticket top tier opportunity and program and getting paid up front. I didn't want to wait for some long-term promise of residual income someday, because it's much easier right now in this marketplace with this economy, literally for us to make 5 figures and 6 figures a month, and I'll prove it. It's a lot less hassle and stress, and I'll prove that. And the time commitment and the work is less, and we're getting paid more, and I'll prove that to you as well. See, it's the exact opposite of what most people think would work, isn't it? You see, if you look at most middle-class Americans or most people that are struggling, in debt up to their eyeballs and broke, just watch what they're doing and do the exact opposite, and you're probably on the right track. That's what I like to teach my team. First, a warning, though. The business opportunity market in the past 12 to 18 months has changed radically and dramatically because of this new trend. The small ticket opportunities are not working like they used to. The get-rich-quick programs that are all over saturating the internet, well, they worked for quite a while, but they're not working like they used to because there's too many of them. There's oversaturation of those $47, $25 ebook things that it's just not working like it used to. And literally, you see all these huge millionaires marketing the ebooks, but they're marketing all the ebooks because they've got maybe 1 million people in their downline or in their computer list. The small ticket programs for average folks like you and I just getting involved with the new home-based business industry, it doesn't work anymore. And literally nothing compared to a few of the big ticket programs that are available that I'm going to share with you tonight. Literally. See, this is true. I mean, it's talk about scary truth. Top leaders and income earners, they don't want you to find this out. And I'm going to show you proof and evidence that this information is extremely accurate. As accurate as this week. I'm going to show you right here in a second. I mean, literally very few business leaders in the home business industry have the guts to ever share this information with you. But this is, folks, look at this evidence. Take a look at this. This is an example of Bob. Just recently worked within one of those small ticket programs. Actually, they made $100, which is actually considered a lot of money per sale. 43 sales he made and only made $4,300. Absolutely ridiculous. With our opportunity, he would have made a bare minimum of just under $13,000, bare minimum. But he would have averaged, he said, at least $37,500 if he was working within our organization with our comp plan and utilizing this formula I'm going to share with you. Because low-ticket programs, guess what? They attract flaky, non-committed people. They require a lot more hours, a lot more stress for a lot more, a lot less enjoyment with those types of things. Here's another, this is Ryan, 27 sales, and he only made $2,700 for the whole month for all that work. With our program, he would have, bare minimum, he would have made over $8,000, but he would have averaged upwards of over $25,500 with our program. This is an actual picture of his downline list. All this work, and they promised him tons of long-term residual income. Well, he made $2,700. The second month, he got a residual check of $68. Just horrible, just ridiculous. You see, low ticket requires a lot more of these sales for a lot less money, let alone all the dropout ratios. People drop out of those programs within 30 to 60 days because they're not meeting all the promises that they were telling people. Here's another one, 22 sales, Scott. Yeah, $2,400, just over $2,400 he made. Would have made a bare minimum of $6,500 working with us last month, but he would have averaged upwards over $19,500 if he was working within our organization. It's just absolutely amazing what has happened in the home-based business industry, folks, over the last year. So you've been warned, and you see the evidence and documentation here. So is there a solution? Yes! Stop doing what doesn't work anymore. If you were working in one of those MLM companies or one of those small-ticket things or get-rich-quick schemes, stop! Just stop that junk. Or if you've been wanting to get involved with the home-based business industry, stop your procrastinating and get off your butt and do something and start your new business and get involved with an opportunity and make some things happen immediately. Literally. See, step up your game and start earning what you're worth is what we're telling folks. I mean, literally making a year's worth of income in a month is realistic with the right opportunity and system, where you can make a month's worth of income in a day or two and getting paid big money up front, not waiting for your money down the road at some point. Here's an example of another $14,000 day, and this is me opening up. I got a bunch of FedExes. You can see my pile of FedExes here, but this is literally this is a slow week where I actually sometimes I get lazy after 2 or 3 days. Like I want to go out and play on my motorcycles and take a long weekend off going camping or something like that. It literally, not just me, but a lot of our other folks as well, as I'm going to show you some documentation of here. And it's a stupid question, but if you had a marketing machine that would work without fail, and it didn't have any regard to whether it made you a $100 commission or a $3,500 commission or $6,500 commission, what would you tell it to produce? You see, there's only 2 reasons why you wouldn't choose our program as an example, or a big ticket opportunity like this making $3,500 or $6,500 per sale. Number one is because you didn't feel confident that you can find qualified prospects willing to send you $3,500 or $6,500 for our products or our program. It's not an issue. I've got that covered for you, and I'll go over that in just a minute or two. But number two, you didn't feel confident that you could personally sell a $3,500 or a $6,500 product or program. You might be brand new to the home-based business industry. Well, it's not an issue because I am going to make all of your sales for you. Literally, I will make all of your sales for you. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that with this formula. And I've got a really simple question for you. How would you feel if you were guaranteed $20,000 this month net? $20,000 cash this month net. Just absolutely guaranteed. If you were guaranteed, you obviously would find a way to make some things happen. If that was an ironclad guarantee to make some things happen and get yourself motivated, that's exactly the kind of confidence we're talking about that this webinar, that this information is going to give you an idea of where we're going. All right, ingredient number two, how I generate 1,000 to 1,500 qualified prospects every day with my formula. And I'm going to give you the exact same source and method that I use every day and all of our leaders and big money earners lead that we use every day to find qualified and targeted prospects each day. All right? Because literally what we're finding is if you've ever been in a home-based business opportunity before, like a lot of our folks, 90% of the people working in those other business opportunities, they're working the wrong leads. And even worse, they're wasting money buying all these garbage leads, business opportunities leads, long survey, short form survey leads, single opt-in leads, real-time phone verified leads, real-time phone interview leads, redirect leads, pre-enroll leads, bulk business opportunity, email leads, even exclusive leads. You know what all these leads have in common? They're all junk. They're absolute junk. How about the worst method of all? Have you ever done this? Drag friends or family or relatives to one of those MLM meetings or one of those types of things? Well, I don't do that. None of the people in our organization do that, and you most certainly won't ever have to do that either. See, through trial and error, I've figured it out, and I've been able to market millions of dollars in products, make millions of dollars for myself in profits as well as our organization by this one method. See, the only lead you should ever generate and work, folks, is a business opportunity buyer lead. That's right, somebody who's already been in a business opportunity, somebody who's paid money, made some type of financial commitment to be involved with a business opportunity. They're not just a looky-loo. That's your best quality lead because they already understand the importance and reasons of why they should have a home-based business. You don't have to convince them. And they already have a lot of the skill sets that may apply nicely to the right opportunity. So they know what to do, which means less training and explaining, for us. And on any given day, folks, there are tens of thousands of entrepreneurs open for a better income stream. So you're saying, okay, great, Rob. Where do you find all these great qualified leads of home-based business buyers? I'm glad you asked. I use very, very simple to use software program that generates an average of over 3,300, over 3,000 leads in 30 minutes flat. And even somebody computer stupid like me, who's brand new to a computer, this program literally in 2 minutes downloads off of the internet, and within 5 minutes you're an expert. It's literally the click of a start button and a couple of little buttons we push. Literally in 5 minutes you're an expert. I don't care if you're brand new to a computer, could barely send an email, picking and typing like me, you can use this software in 5 minutes, be an expert. But look at this. Look at the result. I have to show you this because a lot of people say, well, what if I'm on vacation? Well, we also, if I'm getting a little lazy or if I'm on vacation, how I made a lot of that money while I was vacationing is we also have a full-service lead company that will actually use the software for you, and they actually will acquire the leads for you for a small fee. So we have two choices that I actually use each day. Now, I want to give you an example because this is actually, I'm going to turn on the software program while we're on this webinar, and I'm going to let the software run for a couple of minutes, and I'm going to show you how many leads this generates just in like whatever, 10 or 15 minutes that we're on the webinar. I'm going to show you live in action how easy this is to use, even if you're brand new to a computer. Check this out, all right? I'm going to actually run this, and what it's doing is it's actually like a detective. This is like our secret weapon. It's actually searching like a detective. Google, Yahoo, the various search engines, Craigslist, Backpage. These are other classified ads, even eBay now, where people are advertising home-based business opportunities. And like a detective, this software is going to go find other people in the industry. People that are looking. We can actually, all over the world, as a matter of fact, United States, Canada, every country in the world, it'll actually search for you and I to find these high-quality entrepreneurs, right? Well, I'm just going to click United States because we're just going to do this quick demo here to show you how easy the software is. This is it. We click 2 or 3 buttons. United States, it's going to find their email address, the fax number, and their phone number, which is very important. And then I'm just going to put into this little detective software what type of lead I want. I want a work from home lead. To kind of give an example, people who are working from home, right? They're an entrepreneur if they're working from home. So I simply type in work from home. We're going to go back to July. You know what? Let's go way back even to June of 2010. I'm going to show you just that past month, way back then, of what the leads were like just from 1 month search. Now we can get a lot more, but I want to make this a quick example. Let's save the file. It's going to ask us to save the file name of all these leads because we have to save all these leads. And then I'm going to turn it on, okay? And the software's off and running, okay? Now take a look. It's starting to scour the internet like a secret detective, and it's already running here. We already got like 15, 20 leads already. We're going to let that run for a few minutes, and then as the software is running, you see how simple this is to work? It's literally the push of 2 or 3 buttons, and it's getting us all of these leads. Now, once you have this software, all of these leads are free. Take a look at this. We've got it running for, what, 30 seconds or so already? And just in 30 seconds, we have got a total of, what, 41 phone numbers and leads already in just a few seconds. We're going to come back to this in just a few minutes. I'm going to show you how fast this software works. See, there's the 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 rule, folks. Remember that batch of 3,500 leads we just created with the software? Well, 1/3 of those people, they like their business and they're not going to be interested. Okay? Not everybody's going to be interested in our opportunity. Because literally what you're doing is kind of like you're marketing a franchise, like a McDonald's or a Subway. But instead of selling a Subway or instead of selling McDonald's, you're going to be selling the Automated Money Machine franchise. Instead of selling our opportunity for $50,000 or $100,000 for the privilege of working in the opportunity on top of all the meat and hamburgers and salad and soda pop that you have to buy, it's quite a bit less. But 1/3 of those people like their current business. 1/3 of those leads, though, are open to adding another big ticket income stream like this to their portfolio where they can make $3,500 to $6,500 per sale. How about this? 1/3 of those folks, though, 1/3 of those entrepreneurs have quit their current business and they're looking for something else right now. So that means 2/3 of all those thousands of leads that you can generate every day are open for a new opportunity right now, today. You see, because I guarantee working this many leads every day, I locate at least 1 to 3 people that are fed up with low retention rates. Those people are fed up with adult babysitting, and they're fed up with those small bonus checks that don't match their efforts. And they're looking for a much easier way to make 5 figures a month. And I'm going to work all of those leads in about 20 minutes flat. Here's how. This is the crux of our entire automated money machine. See, because in the back office, you're actually going to receive your own automated money machine website, and in the back office of the website, we'll talk about that in a second, we have an auto-dialing phone system already in place in the back office. It literally, those leads that are being generated, all those thousands of leads, within about 3 minutes, they get plugged into the back office of your website with the phone system, and that phone system is going to dial, literally, they could dial 3,000 to 5,000 leads in 20 minutes flat. it dials all of those leads for you, and there's a 30-second message that I created that will actually go to the prospect, and it tells them a real kind of curious teaser kind of a message, making them curious about a secret formula with an automated money machine, and it's going to send them directly to your own personal automated money machine. Probably how you got here was through a postcard or through somebody's website where you kind of got curious about our business opportunity. Well, that's what that message does in 30 seconds, but it's going to send them to your personal automated money machine website with your contact information. Then a day or two later, they're going to get a follow-up postcard from you that has the secret formula webinar about the automated money machine. As a reminder, the webinar is coming up, and then they're getting something solid in their hands from you. Now, you can either send these out yourself because it's going to have your website, your contact information is going to be on the postcard with your phone number. And then, or if you're lazy like me sometimes, we have a direct mail service that'll mail out the postcards for you. Now, I can't show you the postcard. It is confidential. We don't share it, obviously, with the general public, but it pulls and it gets people's attention and it gets them on the webinar. So between the phone and then the day of the actual webinar, like today, they're going to get a follow-up phone call saying, hey, listen, reminder, the wealth webinar, the secret formula automated money machine webinar is today. Make sure to get on the webinar. Check your email and get on the webinar as a reminder phone call from you. And that's already done for you. You see, this is your website. You're going to get your own secret formula website that literally it teases your prospects about the secret formula website. It has your contact information on it, but it gets them onto this webinar. And guess what? The website that you're also going to get as part of our system also sends them automatic follow-up email reminders from you. Again, with your contact information, what's reminding them to get on the webinar. Once they get on this webinar, I'm going to do all the selling and explaining for you, explain the entire program and the opportunity and the money-making aspects, and then after the webinar is over, just like tonight, I'm going to send them back to you, ready to buy, ready to send you a $3,500 cashier's check or a $6,500 cashier's check, whatever. We have 5 different levels, actually. They're going to send you a cashier's check after I do all the selling and explaining for you. What could be simpler? I don't care what your background is, from a construction worker, a housewife, a blue-collar, a white-collar manager, a factory worker, to a farmer. I don't care what your background is. You can do this. Bottom line, because of the simplicity of our system. You see, this is how I contact, and this is the entire automation of our entire program. The leads are generated, obviously, through the software, which creates these thousands of leads, or we have the lead service do it for us. They immediately, in the back office of your website, get plugged into, they get a 30-second voice broadcast message about the webinar to get on the webinar. Then they get a follow-up postcard from you reminding them, again, about the webinar, and both the phone call and the postcard is going to have your own private, secret formula automated money machine website on it. And your website's going to have, again, the information and kind of teasing the prospects about the webinar, making them curious, have them get on the webinar where I will do all the explaining and selling for you. After the webinar is over, I'm going to tell them to get back with the person that invited you, get back to you, and they're going to send you the cashier's check for $3,500 or $6,500. What can be simpler? You see, this is a super simple marketing funnel with the absolute best tools available to us. I mean, this is what high, amazing leverage is all about. Experts always have the best tools that will afford you the absolute most amount of leverage, the biggest results for the least amount of effort. And that's what you have, really a filtration system that weeds out the tire kickers and the looky-loos and only sends interested prospects back to you after the webinar. You see, that's the third part of the ingredient, the zero selling. And I've sold millions of dollars of products using this method, as well as people in our organization. I don't ever want you to try to sell or market our program ever yourself. Allow me to do it all for you. Every $3,500 or $6,500 package that I sell for you, you are going to receive 100% of that. You will get the $3,500 or $6,500 cashier's check in your pocket. Let me do the selling for you. Okay? You see, your prospects only have one question in their mind. You have it now. I have it when I'm looking at a business opportunity. And if you can answer yes to this question, you are going to have a sale. You are going to have an enrollment every single time. And I'm going to tell you what that question is in just a second. This is an example of me with a $35,500 week. Again, about 15 hours worth of work I put in that week for $35,500. Like I said, sometimes I want to go play for the rest of the week after a Wednesday or a Wednesday morning. Go play on my boat for a while. Here's some examples. Chuck out of Arizona, real estate agent, ex-real estate agent, I say $15,500, 5 figures in 1 week. Gary, can you do this? Gary's a farmer out of Wyoming, okay? Zero experience, can't stand working on a computer like I can't. $8,000 in 1 week. George, factory worker out of California, $14,500 in 1 week. Nan out of Portland, Oregon, utilizing my system and this type of a system. A school teacher, $6,500 in 1 week part-time she was working. Here's Kevin, accountant, $7,000 in 1 week part-time. Marianne, a housewife, zero experience working in her own home-based business whatsoever, been out of the workforce for years, $5,500 part-time in 1 week. Because the question that you have and the question that I have and we all have is, can I do this? Yes, of course you can. How simple can this be? We cannot make it any simpler of a system. It's a completely turnkey, simple system that new folks have been plugging into, and that's why our results are so amazing, is because of our simplicity. You see, this entire system is geared for a brand new person. Even if you don't have any background in a home-based business opportunity or working on a computer, you're brand new to a computer, you can use a simple, everything is done for you. Everything is done in place for you as part of. Now, this system that you're looking at, just the system alone, I've sold between $3,500 and $7,000 over the years. I have sold just this system for $3,500 to $7,000 without any products, without any business opportunities attached to it, just for the system alone, on top of everything else that we have. You see, this is, again, the entire simplicity of what we're doing is just let me do all the selling for you. People will get on the webinar. I'll send them back to you with a cashier's check in hand, ready to FedEx over to you. All right? Again, some of the actual, we've got more. We haven't had time to put all the testimonies and all the results that we've had with our program on tonight, but just kind of give you an example. This is Bob Working Organization, a ex-construction worker, $27,500 in 1 week. In 1 week. Ryan, Sun Valley, Idaho, an accountant, again, $12,700 result in 1 week. Roger, construction worker, $9,000 out of Palm Beach, Florida. Carol out of Colorado. I can go on and on and on. $6,500 in 1 week. I got more. I got a lot more. We even haven't had time to put on the webinar tonight to show you. Marlon out of Palmdale, public speaker, $12,500 in 1 week. Corey, an investment banker, $5,500, very part-time in 1 week. So just a lot of these stories coming in, more and more and more. But we've got something else, though, because, of course, is everybody interested in our opportunity? Well, of course not. But we can take all the people that actually had said they weren't interested into even more residual cash for ourselves by marketing. We have 2 of those lead generation prospecting programs, software programs I was telling you about. Well, you can send these out to your ongoing list by themselves and generate 2 additional streams of income. We've got people making between $3,000 and $11,000 in additional income as a secondary source of cash from the people that said no. So we have some incredible ways to monetize your list of leads. Let's take a look at this. This is our software just after 15, what do we got it running, 15 minutes or so. I'm going to go back and click on that so you can actually see that. Just take a look at this. I gotta have the software running. I want you to see this actual leads. It's running here, and 22. Here's phone numbers. 2,241 leads is what we're up to in what, 10 minutes? So just to show you there wasn't any hype, there wasn't any exaggeration, this is what type and how many leads we've generated while we've been on this webinar. 2,250 leads in like 10 minutes flat. There's some documentation that's not an exaggeration. That's how many leads we've gotten in 10 minutes, folks, to show you how awesome this kind of secret weapon software works for us. All right, and literally, like I said, I've sold millions of dollars with systems like this, and it's helped, enormous amount of hundreds of others' families make millions of dollars over the years with systems like this as well. This is me with my $17,500 day, taking my big box of FedExes and Express mails out. So one day on my way out to dinner, to kind of show you the amazing results this is producing for us. See, the truth is that, people are looking. This is what your prospects are looking for, folks. They are looking for a rapidly growing business opportunity seekers. Yes, the baby boomers, where they can make big money up front. Yes, we can at $3,500 and $6,500 per sale. And guess what? This system is really simple, obviously, to use, where it weeds out the tire kickers and looky-loos that waste our time so we don't have to deal with them. And we've got the best prospecting tools in the world that are very easy to use, that I generate, and you're going to be able to generate more leads in a day than most people do in a month. And is it a system and a program that people feel that they can do? Yes, it is, because of its simplicity. They most certainly can, and so can you. So we're talking about generating 5 figures your first month, period, is my goal for you. But I'm going to make it actually a little bit easier for you. See, because myself, as well as the person that invited you onto the webinar, these are some things that we added on just for tonight. We're going to personally invest 400% or more into your starting up tonight than you ever would. And we're going to give you a fast start bonus, all combined, of worth $6,782. Actually, it's even more with some of the things we just added. You see, because I am going to give you, if you get started by midnight tonight, I'm going to give you this entire marketing system. We're going to give you the lead prospecting software programs, your website, access to the broadcast system and the postcard system, as well as the webinars where I do all the selling for you absolutely free. If you're ready to get started tonight by midnight, you will have this entire secret formula system, just the system itself, with the software, prospecting software, and the actual website for free if you're ready to get started tonight at one of our levels. Now, I'm going to explain the bonus to you in a second and what qualifies for the actual bonus, because why this is a marketing test with a few of the specific offers that I'm going to actually share with you. It ends tonight at midnight. It's not a sales pitch or any hype. There's 0 exceptions to this. You must make your commitment. Get back with the person that invited you to the webinar by midnight tonight. And number 2, you must be willing to offer a testimonial when you receive your first $3,500 or $6,500 sale and cashier's check. Okay, that's 100% is going to go to you, but we're building up testimonies because our goal is to create more 5-figure-a-month income earners within our organization than any other team in home-based business history. And we're actually on track to do that, folks. So if you're willing to offer a testimony and you agree to both of those, let me explain the other details of some of the other things in the bonus that I'm going to give you. Now, part of that is part of our structure with the Automated Money Machine is what we have is called a one-up pay plan, okay? And I'm going to explain this. So we have some incredible products, of course, that are educational, informational products, marketing materials, that, teaching people some advanced marketing strategies. It's just a great, incredible product line that the Automated Money Machine has. But on the pay plan, what is required is when you get started, hypothetically, with the organization, you have to do what's called your qualification sale, which means your first sale that you make with the help of your sponsor, and me, of course, the profit from your first sale typically is going to go up to your sponsor, and you wouldn't make any money from your first sale, because that's considered your one qualification sale at whatever level you get started. So your first sale, normally, you wouldn't make any money from. It would roll up to your sponsor, and your sponsor would keep the profit from your very first sale. That's normally how our pay plan operates with the Automated Money Machine. See, because what happens is that's an incredible amount of power for you, because typically the way this works is, let's say that this is you, and I'm going to give you a really conservative example, okay? Let's just say that you got started this month with our team, okay? And I'm going to keep it really simple. We have 5 different levels with the Automated Money Machine, from a $500 level all the way up to a $12,000 level. So we have 5 different levels. But let's just take a middle level and say that this month, be really conservative. You weren't some superstar, but you were just like really, really slow, and we just went really, really part-time, maybe working just a handful of hours a week. But let's say that you found just 3 people that said yes to our opportunity. Okay, now none of them came in at the top of the level. We'll say middle of the road, but they said yes. That means you had 3 sales for $3,500, where I was actually doing all the selling and explaining for you. But with just 3 sales this month, folks, you would have made $10,500 this month with just 3 enrollments. Not bad, okay? Not bad. Okay, that's if you're qualified at the $3,500 level, right? You or did your training sale, you gave that to your sponsor. That's typically what happens, and how much money you'd make just with 3 sales. That's not bad. But look at this. Look at the leverage of this One-Up Pay Plan. You see? Because on the One-Up Pay Plan, these are your first 3 sales your first month, okay? Let's go to your second month, okay? And let's say your second month you decided to retire, okay? Take the month off, all right? You wanted a vacation, or you've got something coming up that month, or you just got busy with your family, whatever. Let's say that the 3 people that you brought aboard your first month, well, remember, each of them have to give you 1 training sale each as their qualifier. They have to give you 1 qualification sale each that's going to bypass them. It's going to roll up to you. So even if you did nothing, and these 3 people each did their qualification sale, let's use again the middle of the road example, 35, 35, 35. That's an example of $10,500 residual income that you received just from their qualification sales. Now that's on top of anything that you personally sold. So if you were to personally sell a couple more also, my God, you get an idea of the money that's potential here. Just using 3 people who did 3 sales, you already made $21,000 your first 8 weeks. How you doing? Awesome. You see the amazing leverage of this One-Up Pay Plan. It's absolutely incredible. Now, this is the kicker I'm going to give you. If you start by midnight tonight, call the person back that invited you to this webinar. If you get started at the $3,500 level or the $6,500 level, we are going to give you your qualification sale. Plus, we're going to give you the marketing software and the website and all the bonuses, all inclusive, for free. If you start at the $3,500 or the $6,500 level, we are going to give you your training sale, your qualification sale, and we're going to do actually 1 more bonus for you. I'll tell you about in a second. Let's wait till last for that. I'll share that for you. Just got permission on. So these are all the bonuses. You're going to get your lead generation software. These are 2 different programs you're going to get. It's typically a $297 cost to you. We're going to cover the cost till midnight tonight for you. Second, you're going to get your own branded automated money website, as well as an autoresponder follow-up system that's built in, that's going to follow up with all your leads, telling them about and reminding them about this webinar, has all your contact information, so automatic letters are already built into your website. Automated follow-up system for you. It's typically worth more like $2,000 or $3,000 if you're to build this website for yourself. We just said it's a $497 value, worth a lot more. You're going to get that for free as well. And we're going to talk about the autoresponder. It's typically a $200 value that's attached to your website that's going to send all those follow-up emails out for you automatically. And the free positioning bonus. This is the kicker I wanted to tell you about. Not only am I going to give you and your sponsor going to give you your qualification sales, so you make money from your first sale forward. That's number 1. But number 2, if you get started at the $3,500 level, we will qualify you as a $6,500 level member, a $6,500 level director. We're actually going to give you a kick up to the positioning bonus from the $3,500 level all the way up. We're going to make you qualified at the $6,500 level, and you don't have to do your qualification sale. You'll be making $6,500 checks from day 1. Or if you want to step up and be a leader, if you start at the $6,500 level, we're going to qualify you at the $12,000 level. And yes, people do send individuals $12,000 for some of our packages. So if you start the $6,500 level, we'll qualify you at the $12,000 level, and you won't have to give a qualification sale either. So $3,500 level or the $6,500 level, you don't have to give up a qualification sale, and we're going to qualify you at the $65,000 or the $12,000 level if you start and make your commitment by midnight tonight. That is the actual bonus. So that's the entire system, folks. You see the simplicity of it. You're going to get the entire secret formula system, the prospecting softwares, the website, the autoresponder, access to the phone broadcast system and the postcard system, as well as me doing all the selling for you with the webinar, absolutely free if you start by midnight tonight. It's literally a business in a box for you. This is a complete turnkey, ready to go business in a box for you, where I will do all the selling, explaining on these webinars, and you will collect the cashier's checks, and I'll send them right back to you, ready to buy with this simple system. All right, at this point, get back with the person that invited you to this webinar. They'll answer any final questions that you may have. I wish to see you hopefully on a very, hopefully upcoming private training that we do pretty much on a regular basis. Love to get a chance to meet with you personally and say hello, and I wish you and your family incredibly blessed and prosperous week. Have a great day, everybody.